So when it comes to the caregiver, it doesn't matter if they are relative or non-relative. In case of relatives and mahram, even the issue is easier than non-relatives. But it doesn't matter when it comes to the opposite gender to basically handle the opposite gender, even if that required, for example, touching their bodies or even showing their private part or seeing it or touching it or cleaning them or anything of that nature. All this is permissible because of the need. And Imam al-Nawawi rahimahullah ta'ala said that there is an agreement among the fuqaha on this issue, as well as Imam Ibn Qudama and many other Muslim jurists in the old days talk about doctors and nurses if they approach the opposite gender, and is not even conditioned to the issue of necessity, that it means if the only one available is this. No, that's not the case. And they mentioned the example in the time of the Prophet ﷺ. Women used to attend the wounded one in the battlefield and touching their wounds, touching their body, giving them water, serving them, helping them. And it was not a case of necessity, but that's what it is. It is like a necessity in this case. So here I would say for the caregiver, and by the way, this is applied to the caregiver in physical illness or emotional illness, because some of the question that I receive as well talking about, for example, positive reinforcement. Some therapist, she might need to give high five to a disabled kid, or pat someone in their back, or a doctor shake somebody's hand and they like give them, the doctor, he or she, to basically encourage them. All this, the psychological part and the physical part, equally important, and equally is a valid reason for basically touching that person, being in khala on that person, seeing the aura of that person, but according to the ethic guidelines. And alhamdulillah, in most of the places around the world, the ethic guidelines, the medical ethic guidelines, goes with the Islamic ethics guidelines when it comes to medicine. That you only see from him or touch from him what is needed, not beyond what is needed. So that will be left for the caregiver to make that call and to make that decision.